Welcome back to Viking Canning, Viking Hunting and Canning. Oh, I am canning today. Today we are making Cowboy Candy. Before we start, please subscribe, like, hit the notification button, and please share our videos so others can see these. Okay, today, like I said, we're making Cowboy Candy. So what I have here is approximately 3 pounds of jalapenos. I have chopped them because I want more of a relish. You can also slice them and do it that way. So what we're going to start out with is 6 cups of sugar. Then we add 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. And what I have here is a teaspoon of crushed red peppers, 3 teaspoons of garlic, and a teaspoon of celery seed. So we're going to add those in. And then we're going to take this to the stove and get it to a boil. Okay, we're going to give this a good stir. And while I'm stirring this, I wanted to tell you we have a subscriber that asked if I would be doing any sort of venison recipes. Well, we make a very good pizza. It is made with homemade sauce that made from scratch dough, and on top of that we put a mixed cheese. On top of that I have canned sausage, hamburger, and of course ground venison all together, and that is our pizza mix. We put that on top of our pizzas, and then of course on that we put some pepperoni and more cheese on top of everything. So here in real soon we'll be making you a pizza. Okay, I'm going to make a correction. In our pizza mix, I didn't put ground beef. But this is a jar of homemade sausage, country sausage, and ground venison. Another thing we do with our venison is we grind it with bacon instead of just pork fat, and I really enjoy that smoky bacon taste in it. So in a little bit we'll show you how to do that. Our vinegar mixture is boiling, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our jalapenos and we're going to put them in the vinegar mix for 4 minutes, and you boil it at kind of a low temperature because you don't want everything to stick. But we will just add those. Make sure you use a deep enough pan for this. That's a lot of peppers. And like I said, you can use sliced if you prefer. So we're going to bring this back up to a boil, and we will boil it for 4 minutes. I'll get back to you when the timer goes off. Okay, our peppers here are boiling for us, so we're going to set that timer. We only need 4 minutes. And I wanted to tell you that the more pepper seeds you leave in this, the hotter it is. Now, ours is very hot. I did not remove any seeds. But if you want to tone that down a little bit, remove seeds before you chop them or when you're slicing. Also, I wanted to let you know that on Friday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern time, we will post a video of Q&A. So we need your help doing this. We need you to, by Wednesday, comment some questions on either hunting or canning, and it can also be about bows. So if you have any questions, please leave us a comment and we'll get your answer. Okay, also I want to mention that if you have any questions about how we got started, who was our inspiration for canning and hunting, please put those questions too. We're open for any questions. Keep them, let's say, friendly, please, but we'll do the question and answers. Okay, our timer is going off, so we'll shut that off. We'll give this a quick stir, and be careful. This steam can really choke you. I've had this last little bit here, I was getting choked. So we're going to take this over to the table. We're going to let Mr. Viking help us fill the jars. And we will switch here.
Alright, now move. You grab the wrong. That's okay, I got it. That's a bit more.
Yeah, watch that. Like I said, watch that steam, because
Oh, it don't bother me too much.
well, it about chokes you sometimes.
Yeah, it does. I know we found a big chunk in here, and I kind of like bit into it. Well, that's because I took it to eat it. I love hot peppers, but that thing had a bit of a bite. The first thing I thought is, if you sit there and eat a lot of this, I hope you ain't got to use the crapper in the morning, because you might feel it. You just might feel it. So, if you ain't into eating that kind of hot stuff, then I would definitely advise, I mean, you can normally make this with jalapeno peppers, but I would go with like a sweet pepper. This way it ain't so hot. I'm pretty sure you can do it that way. You know, we never tried it, but, well, there's an idea.
Yeah.
Try it with sweet pepper.
Yes, or a pepper like banana peppers.
Well, that's what I mean.
That are little spice, but not bad.
Yeah, but they're not, hey, I'm gonna remove your, colon for you. You know, type hot.
He likes hot, though.
Well, I grew up eating it. You know, and whenever I was out there living in South Phoenix, a lot of Mexican folk out there used to think that I was part Mexican because I ate jalapeno peppers just like they did, loved eating tortillas, loved eating menudo, you know, hot sauces. I loved eating Mexican foods. You know, and that ain't the reason for this. That's her fault. But eating a lot of Mexican foods, a lot of people may not realize it, but eating hot stuff actually builds up your metabolism. It helps build it, and you actually can lose weight from doing it because you burn off a lot of carbs and everything else real quick. I was always a skinny type guy growing up, you know. So, there ain't much left in here.
Okay, no, don't. Oh. Okay, we are also...
Yeah, there's really not a lot.
Okay, don't worry about filling the jar then.
Now I
we
gotta add
need...
the fluids.
Yeah, we need to add a little juice to the tops of these.
I'll get a...
Because we want to fill to the 1 inch headspace, which is right here on the jars. So basically, when you're making or filling your jars, you're going to want to cover your peppers.
There we go with that one.
Which, this smells really good though.
Yeah, it does.
And
Won't hear me complain.
So, once we have these rims cleaned and the lids on, then these will be water bathed for 15 minutes. And that's all there is to it.
You know what I was thinking that we can also do with this? Is if we can even this here juice here, get it sealed up and get it put up, then we can make a base with it for whenever we get our first deer this year, and we can turn around and do some backstrap in it.
Marinate it.
Yeah, well, I want to save some of it for marinating and use the other half for actually doing a basting with it.
Yes.
For whenever it's actually cooking in it, not just marinating. Because when you marinate it, you just take it, put it in, let it set for 24 to 48 hours, whatever the case may be, covered up in the refrigerator. Then you take it out, dump everything else, take the meat, roll it in your spices, whatever you're going to do with it, pop her in the oven, get her done. And then, now we got a meat thermometer. I never needed one for making perfect backstrap. But now that we have that, it's going to be a little bit easier.
Also, I believe that any of this extra brine could be used to make a very sweet, spicy pickle.
Hey, there you go. Now that I might eat. Yes. I'm not big on no dill pickles.
They would be spicy.
Yeah, I'm not big
even
on
though,
dill pickles.
Yeah, because there's quite a bit of seed left in this.
There's a little bit of pepper in it.
And the fact that this was cooked in it
Okay, let's get these done.
Would make for a very good pickle. Now be careful because these jars are hot. Finger tight. Ah. These are going to be delicious though. These with a nice chunk of venison. This is our end result after they've been water wrapped for 15 minutes and all sealed up. They look delicious, and I'm sure they will be. You can also put these in smaller jars. You could do half pints. And if you don't think your family could use this big of a jar in a reasonable amount of time. So, I want to thank you for coming to Viking Hunting and Canning today. And please, again, subscribe, like, hit the notifications, and leave us a comment. Leave us a question for our Q&A.